we are dropping out. Okay, we're dropping out not because of me, but because of external factors. I've just received a call from my manager and I'm getting separated from my job. I'm getting fired. Well, that's interesting. Maybe I go back. I feel like I keep losing things in my life. Last week I lost my job. A few days after that I had to drop out of school. 2 years before that I left everything behind and moved to the United States. And here my path was not the easiest too. For the longest time I had a feeling that life is being unfair and I just have to fight for things that normal people have without chasing them. I didn't realize back then that if life takes something away from you, it doesn't mean you have to fight for that. Maybe it's just a redirection. That's exactly what was happening to me, and that was something I really needed. Every single one of us has mission on this planet. A deep call inside of you, something you know you were meant to do. Maybe it's teaching, dancing, having your own business, being a YouTuber. Something that makes you feel alive when you think about that. And still, for some reason, a lot of us do not listen to this inner voice. We're too busy with school, with our jobs, with responsibilities, and with other people's expectations. We keep telling ourselves that we don't have time to chase our dreams. We convince ourselves that following our passion is naive, that it's very unrealistic. Because how can we drop everything to do something uncertain, to do something maybe we never done before? But let me tell you, when you are ignoring your inner calling, life will find a way to bring it back to you. No matter how long it takes, no matter how many times it has to shake you, but life will always try to get you on the path you were meant to be on. For example, my entire life, I want to be a YouTuber. I knew that since I was 10 years old, but at that time, my parents didn't treat this dream seriously. My friends, everyone was taking normal paths, school, job, university, and all of that, so I didn't pay much attention to what I actually wanted to do. I was just following what everyone else was doing. Went to school, studied hard, I got good grades, was having some fun with my friends. Then 2023 came around, something unbelievable happened, and I had to move to the United States. And then I was like, this is a sign, because for the longest time I was complaining that YouTube is not developed in my country enough, and I need to go somewhere else in order to start something. Exactly what happened. Moved to the United States. But then went to school here and I was like, well, I have no time to do YouTube now. Then I got a job. Then I had even less time. So it was all my excuses. And the summer of 2024, I got expelled from school. I got expelled from school and it wasn't even my mistake. It was like administrative mistake. And that was literally the first sign for me that if you are complaining that school does not leave enough time for you to start something you were meant to do, God will take away the obstacle. But then we solved that problem. I got back to school. Again, didn't start my YouTube. Then I went to university. And when I went to university, God was sending me people who are already doing the thing I want to do. They were all influencers because I was kind of trying to step away from the ideas that I want to do YouTube. I was like, it's unrealistic. I just should take normal path and get my degree, start my accounting job. And as soon as I was stepping away from the idea to become an influencer or a content creator, I kept receiving people in my life who were doing that professionally. My excuse was the same. I have no time with university and job. To be honest, it was a fair excuse because I did have no time with my complicated major and I was working long hours as well. But for some reason, the more I was trying to ignore my desire to become a content creator, the louder it got. And every single day I was waking up with the idea like I'm doing the wrong thing. Every single day I kept having the same idea. This is not what I want to do. This is not how I want to spend my life. I don't want to be an accountant. I don't want to have finance job. I just want to create content. I want to have my own YouTube channel. I want to help people. And guess what? 5 weeks in school when I was having this idea and I couldn't ignore that anymore. So I started filming here and there, but still not enough time. So 5 weeks after that, my whole entire scholarship I received gets revoked in one day. It gets revoked and I'm trying to fight for that. I'm trying to fight with the university. I'm like, what do you mean you just revoking all of my money? Everyone was ignored. There's literally no one I could reach out to, and everyone I was reaching out to, no one was responding me. Nothing was happening. I was like, well, then I have to drop out. So 5 weeks in school, I had to drop out. As soon as I'm dropping out, the next day, I'm receiving a call from my manager for my job, and he says, our store is shutting down, so we all might be fired. And I don't know, it's just so weird to realize now how much power every single word has. Your dreams, your thoughts, your emotions, it does turn to your reality. That was exactly what was happening to me. As soon as I started complaining about the thing I had, I was losing that. I think it was a sign that go do something you really want to do while you're still young, while you have no responsibilities. Go and start something. So the point of this entire story, for you to realize that if you are feeling unfulfilled by your job, if you think that the university is not the path you want to take for yourself, first of all, you don't have to. You absolutely do not have to. If you realize there's something else I want to do, there's some other way I can bring value to the people around me, maybe it's something you were always meant to do. And I know my example is pretty extreme, but I did start my YouTube now. If you're seeing some signs that life does not want you to do this thing you're doing, maybe you just gotta redirect yourself. If you are constantly tired, drained, or unsatisfied with your life, maybe it's because you are doing something you were never meant to do. Maybe your soul is calling you towards something else and you're just trying to quiet down this voice. The things that I learned from my story is that feeling, that deep calling is never gonna go away. So maybe just don't fight that feeling. Maybe just go after that. See where it takes you. Write down a plan for yourself. Think of a few steps you can do to get closer to your dream. And do the action constantly for a year. If you are watching this video, maybe it is your sign. Maybe life has been sending you little hints, little redirections. I want you to trust me on this one. God always has a plan. Even when things seems to be falling apart, even if you keep losing things or people you love, the events that you think gonna destroy you might become the biggest blessing in disguise. And sometimes losing everything might actually help you find yourself. No matter how hard you are trying to run away from your purpose, it will always find a way to get back to you.